Welcome to the Ska History Hour with your hosts, Jose Rojas
Hello.
and myself, Daryl Rubio, wherein the purpose of this channel is to spread awareness of ska music and its subgenres to the world. Our guests today are members of San Diego area ska band Beta 7 and G Spot. Gentlemen, we appreciate the time that you're taking to speak with us to share your stories and your music to the ska community. I'll start off with the first question. I see that you guys started around 1994. Is that right, guys?
That was like 92.
93, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, around there.
Like,
Okay,
it
right
was like
on.
93.
It'd been
Okay,
late 92 or early
We're old.
93.
We don't know, dude. Dates are like really
Good
fuzzy.
times, man.
can you guys go around, tell us your name and your position in the band, please?
Mike
Well, I'm
Barnes.
John.
Okay, you go
Oh,
ahead, Don.
no, you go, Mike. Mike, you go.
Mike Barnes. Played guitar.
I'm John Arquilla. I'm the vocalist and the cat tamer.
Paul, you're up.
I'm Paul Rendon, and I play trumpet.
I'm John Jackson. I played the bass.
I'll go. I'm Matthew, Matt Wolf, and I play guitar. Emil.
I'm Emil Brown. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Emil Brown. I play the keyboards.
And harmonica.
All right.
Sweet.
And
the
harmonica.
yo-yo.
It's been a
He's
while.
more than a
And the yo-yo.
mouthful. He's a meal.
So, I'd like to start off by asking the horn section. Did you guys start in the high school band?
Yeah, I did. Actually, I started when I was in the fourth grade, 9 years old.
Wow.
My mom was like, "You're bouncing off the walls. I need to do something with you because you drive me crazy. How about you play drums?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll play drums." So I played drums. And then my music teacher's like, "Hey, you're pretty good at this. Why don't you play trombone?" I'm like, "Okay." So I play trombone. And it's like, "Oh, you're pretty good at that too. Why don't you play trumpet?" Okay, I play trumpet. In high school, I was playing every single brass instrument because my band director was like, "Hey, I heard a lot of good things about you. You should play all the things that we need." So I did that. And then he gave me opportunities to write music for the high school marching band. That's where I got my bug for writing music. And that's kind of I do now. I'm a high school music teacher and I write music also.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So, can you guys share a story behind how G Spot originally formed, and what drew you into playing ska music specifically?
Oh, God. I don't know how far back we should go on this one.
All the way back.
I don't know. I don't want to mention that. That's kind of a... Okay, well, I was like in another band back in 92, and that didn't work out. So Jackson came back from the Navy, and we said, "Hey, man, let's start a band." And then we recruited Mike Barnes. Actually, no, Mike Barnes came. It was Mike Banoche was our original guitarist, and then we got Mike Barnes. And then Emil jumped on board for the fun because he's my god brother, because I had to drag him in to do this craziness. And then, it all started. G Spot was kind of like, the name's kind of weird back then. And we didn't think it was going to last that long. We thought, oh, it's going to be we'll just make it back then in the 90s. Remember, you made cassette tapes, and then we had our local record store off the records. Like, oh, man, let's just get a tape out and we'll put it in off the record, we'll sell it, and then that'll be it. That'll be the extent of what we do for this band. But it ended up, we just started playing, and then we got stuck with the name and everything, so it just went on for years. We're just like, well, we can't
That name
change
was
it.
after about a case of beer and a half a fifth of whiskey. It was like a vote thing. But we ended up with it, and it's a democracy of sorts. So, that's what it was. But yeah, no, I think it was early 90s. And John came to me and he's like, I want to do a ska band. I'm like, oh, I want to play rockabilly. And we just started getting everybody together and, just let the chemistry go where it would. And, it things just kind of blew up and ska got big. So, I mean, that's I don't want to hog up too much time.
But yeah, it was all Operation Ivy. That was like the main thing we like. We're listening to that like crazy, and of course like the specials and all the other staple stuff. But Op Ivy kind of really made it like, oh damn, this is just awesome. It's so high energy, and so we went. Yeah, we went through a lot of members, especially horn lines. So like the second iteration, Paul came along, and and that's when ska really launched. It was like what, 96? Yeah, I think it was like late 96.
96, 97.
Yeah, and then one summer, I think we lost all of our horn players like in one fell swoop. It was just crazy. And then somehow I don't know how did we find you, Paul? What happened?
I think there was somebody auditioning for the band. Like you guys had someone come in there and play a little bit, and he goes, "Oh, I know some couple other guys," and they brought me and another horn player came in, Dickerson, and then the other guy was like, "Oh, these other two guys are pretty good," and just kind of slid away to do something else. And me and Dickerson and I stayed in there. And then TJ and Adam are still there. So like we ended up being a four-piece, and it was solid because then I could write like multiple harmonies for the group, make us sound have a richer, thicker sound, be more polyphonic and a melody with a counter melody, kind of like compositional tools. And I was like, this is kind of fun. This is kind of nice. And a lot of people dug it. One of my favorite songs was 3,000 Miles Away because it had this multiple horn lines. It was great. It was a super, super cool song I wrote. It was fun. So
I think at one time we had 13 members who had percussion player too. So yeah, it was a party on wheels, and every practice turned into a party after practice. And every show, after a show, we'd come back and party at our practice place, which was
Jackson Acres, dude.
Yeah.
So
Nice,
Jackson
nice.
had this his parents had
Oh
like
my
a house
God.
in back of their house. And
yeah?
so that was like the debauchery place. Everyone would just go there, meet up there. We'd practice, and we'd have we'd just have parties there all the time. It was crazy. So back then it was
property. Commercial property.
Yeah, it was
cabinet shop built on a house.
Oh,
So, and then you could have 12-foot high bonfires out back and go on till 2 or 3 in the morning. And so
that place had lots of romance in it. Lots of romance.
That too. Yeah.
Nice, guys. Nice.
Yeah.
That was a good spot, bro. That was a good spot.
Yeah.
That was a legendary spot, bro. Right there. No one could do whatever till all hours. No one gives a snow. It was so good, bro.
There's no noise complaints at all. It was crazy.
Now we're playing till like 2, 3 in the morning, just writing stuff, rehearsing, working on stuff, messing around, jamming, just drinking and jamming. It's crazy.
Oh man, I bet that was wonderful having all that freedom and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Now it sucks. We got to pay for our practice room. It's horrible.
Oh man.
Oh. Sorry, guys. All right, so you guys have, as Beta 7, you guys have a 4 singles released. You guys were on What Do You Know? What Do You Know About Ska Punk Volumes 4 and 5? You guys have the original G-Spot CD.
Oh, yeah.
You guys were on, I think, another compilation from 1997, which is, I think, the best comp from that year.
Oh yeah. I remember that one.
And that one was with Stiff Dog Records.
Oh, I wonder. Yeah, what happened to those guys?
I morphed into this. But you guys put Psycho Luna on there, which was one of my
so that was kind of our breakout album.
Yeah.
So we got signed to Immune Records down in San Diego.
Yeah. With Suzanne and Jeff, right?
Yeah, Suzanne and Jeff. And I guess Rocket Man made it on local radio down here.
92.5?
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Remember Scott Tunes? That was our crazy homie. Like was it Sunday night with Scott Tunes?
Saturday night, midnight, right? Saturday, Sunday mornings at midnight, Saturday midnight, when it was like a late night show for 2 hours.
Yeah,
Little John, right?
Yeah, Little John.
Little John, yeah.
John.
Yeah.
It's not Kevorkian. That's a way different John. It's John K, right? What's his name? I forget his last name, but John
Yeah,
K.
I don't know. I've never
Yeah, but he was
remember how to
Scott. He
pronounce
was
it.
great, man. He had us on there doing live interviews and stuff, promoted the album like crazy. He was awesome. He was a big promoter of
Yeah,
ska in that area for sure.
yeah. Our drummer didn't Jeff. He was playing naked that one time we played live in there.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that was a
I got video of that.
that
And there was like a glass wall there behind him, and so everybody could
Yeah.
see.
that
Here's
was
a
Here's a
picture. Here's a picture I took of you guys at the Alligator Lounge.
Oh my God, the Alligator Lounge.
Oh,
Dude, that was during the St. Ferris, right? That St. Ferris was playing that same
I
show.
think I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll show a flyer there that when you guys played with them.
that was a massive show.
Yeah, I think they opened for you guys actually.
I don't know about
That's
that.
nice.
I think I had that's how I had it billed. I think because they weren't that big then.
Yeah, but she had a makeup person though.
Did they for her?
We had
Oh, that's
we
nice.
hey, we had roadies though. We had roadies. Let's be
Oh
real.
yeah,
We had roadies.
yeah.
The
Gotta give
roadies.
homage to our
The
roadies.
roadies, man. Those guys are
Oh my
legends.
God, I don't know if you ever saw us down in San Diego when we played like Soma. We'd play in front of these huge crowds, but we had like 4 guys in beta G-spot jumpsuits, and they're like throwing beach balls, and then they had the squirt guns, and it was just it was like madness. Actually, they were like celebrities too, man. It was crazy.
Yeah.
They would autograph people's body parts. It was crazy. It was like, whoa! I'm like on stage. I don't what this. What is? It was crazy. There's like a cult. It was awesome. And their jumpsuits were like the old mechanic jumps from the '50s, like the zip up
Yeah.
front kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was great.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. They're yeah.
So much fun.
So the guys in the suits are the ones getting action, but not the band.
Oh yeah, they got a lot of
Yes.
action. Actually, I think they did. They got more than us probably.
Yeah, we're working. They're like, hey, I know the band. You want to get backstage? I mean, they're doing all the work, bro. We're doing. It's like,
Like, John, get these people on the guest list, man. Come on. I'm like, oh, come on.
why is the guest list 72 people and only 5
Yeah.
cabinet members?
I did have someone bring me a breakfast burrito once. It was pretty cool.
And they threw it at you on stage.
No, I got them backstage and they handed me a breakfast burrito. I'm like, sick.
That's awesome, actually. That's
Nice.
really fun. What a fat hookup.
Was this a morning show or something?
No, I don't know how they got it. It was that night.
they were sitting in their car for 8 hours.
Remember, we're broke
Yeah.
20-year-olds. This is like a free meal. Thank you. Hit W.
yeah.
Oh, hell
Easy,
yeah,
you know,
dude.
come
Back
on.
then.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Man, we had the Scott band was around. We didn't have cell phones except for John. John had with the antenna thing, but that was like the only one. Like John had a
Yeah.
cell phone. How cool is that? He did all the communications.
Oh, that
Pagers.
was
man.
like $1 a minute, man. It was horrible.
know.
You get the first 5 minutes free, and
But
it's
you-
$1 a minute. You're like, God damn it.
But you had it. We didn't have shit. We're like, hey, John. God damn it. I get you had it. We didn't have
I
it.
remember having a pager and we're like driving to LA and it's like you're like on the road and you get this 911 text. You have to pull over and find out the show is canceled. To turn around for
Oh.
another hour home. You're like,
Oh,
Oh,
man.
remember when Jackson drove the van up to Vegas and then he was drafting? It was going 55 miles an hour, and I got to fly in. And you guys all screaming at me for letting Jackson drive.
I was already out there. You guys picked me up.
Huh?
I was already out there. You guys picked me up on the way out there. I was already out there doing some
Oh,
stuff.
you're already out. Oh, the
Yeah.
other guys had to like do that. Ah.
So,
Yeah.
what inspired the original name G Spot? And did you ever have trouble booking gigs or promoting your music because of it?
I don't know. I never got like told to my face that we didn't get booked because of our name. Have you guys? Did you guys ever get like crap over it?
No, they just asked, so what does the G spot stand for? I'm like, group spot?
Well, let me show you.
I don't know. No, it's artistic indifference. I don't know. You can you can go with
The
how
little
you
man in the
please.
boat.
Lots of
we did feel like we had to change it when we came back though, because the internet kind of you can't exactly Google G Spot anymore and find the band.
Yeah, we
I-
know
Right.
that work for
I
school.
think our name really got solidified when we threw out condoms during our concert.
Ooh. Oh, that was.
That was
Oh.
That was like,
that
yep.
was- the
Lock it
grossest. Okay, they were like with spermicide lube condoms, right? and then we throw them out. And then we'd see someone would blow them up, and they'd be like floating in the ground. Like, oh, that's nasty.
Organic,
You guys blew those up.
organic beach balls. You know what I mean? Like organic beach balls. Like, you know, they're holistic beach balls or whatever.
Why is
Throw
it
some butter on
nasty?
it.
It's just lube. It's not
Yeah.
like it was used.
Yeah, you wash your
But there's
hands, right?
spermicide in there.
Wash your hands before you touch your eyes. Safety first. Come on, we know these things.
I'm sure it's organic.
It has to be
Oh, yeah.
organic. It's not
That is
mayonnaise, right? It's not mayonnaise. It's spermicide.
Non-GMO,
It's
man.
covered in spermicide and sperm.
Yeah,
Well,
so the name was just, everybody, after practice, we were all pretty lit. And then
Yeah.
everyone sat around, and then I think there was like 12 of us at that time. And everyone just kept on throwing out stuff, and we were all trying to one up one another. And then that one caught on, and it just ended up being a thing. And it was kind of just funny because I think we were the Yeasties before that. And
were we? Oh yeah.
and then because we were making beer, I was making beer.
Oh.
Oh yeah, beer. Yeah.
And so we ended up with that name, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna sink us. But we never heard anything from anybody back then, but it was a little bit of different time.
Right.
Now,
Right.
I think you'd have some trouble.
Do you think so? You think we'd have trouble right now?
I don't know, man. You get canceled for anything.
I
Yeah.
don't think so. I think nowadays it'd be okay because that's kind of cool. I see what you did. It's kind of like it was now.
That's
back
why.
in those days.
That's why we changed to Beta 7 because Jackson didn't want to go to his work knowing that he was in a band called G Spot.
Hey, I got kids. Kids.
I got kids, bro.
I got
And where'd the Beta 7 come from?
5 kids.
Where did the Beta 7 name come from?
Oh God, the debates on that one, man. I don't know. It took us like, God, man. Emil, how long did it take us, man? That took a long time.
Okay. I gotta be on record that both times I joined the band, the name had already been established. I did not.
Oh yeah.
I did not have a say in G Spot, and if I had been at that party, I would have been a dissenting vote. And Beta 7, when you approached me about the band this time around and told me the name Beta 7, I laughed because I immediately thought of Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah.
And we didn't even know that connection.
Yeah,
Right,
we didn't know
you
that.
guys didn't know what I was talking about. I was
That's
like,
kind of cool, actually.
Like, what are you talking about?
I think we had like 300 flashcards. That's how many names we had.
Damn.
We went
Wow.
through, and
this.
I was like, there's a Delta 5. There, there's all kinds of bands. And then we're like, oh, Beta's like the second version of this band. It's a rebirth, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically
There was
that's what
7
kind
of us at the time. So
Well, and that's the Rick and Morty joke, is that it's beta, like as in there's the alpha males, and who are we?
Yeah, we're the beta males.
We're 7
Oh!
betas.
Fuck!
Oh.
How you a bunch of betas, bro?
Damn, we're a bunch of betas, man. God damn it. Oh,
There's
now
7
we're
of
stuck
them.
with this
7
name.
of them. That's crazy. 7 betas. Wild shit.
So when's the
You're
third
just
name
now telling
change
us.
World's an amazing discovery, sir.
What was it?
Never win.
Carne ascada.
Oh, yeah.
God,
Yeah, there was a band
Escada,
called
no
Carne
way.
Escada down in San Diego.
no shot, bro.
Nice.
They
Oh,
did a
nice.
cover
There's
of
one in,
Real Big Fish's Take On Me. And we're like, what?
Oh,
Was it
A
Spanish?
cover of a cover?
Was it Spanish?
there's a ska band called Bill Scosby.
Yeah.
Also,
Like right now?
yeah, right
They're
now.
gonna
Yeah.
get canceled.
They're not
I
selling
gotta
drinks
look
at the
them up.
show, are they? Like, hey, we got free lemonade. You want to sip?
Everybody fall asleep at the show.
Like,
But you
this,
know
this
what?
tastes bitter. It's
That's like a
fine.
rebirth right now, right? Of like, there's a lot of ska bands coming out.
There
It's
is
odd.
a
Yeah.
shitload. Yeah.
It's weird.
There's a bunch of the ska scene in the Bay Area. That's where I'm at now. It's kind of getting taken off. There's like a bunch of ska, but even like Spanish ska bands are up here. It's crazy.
Oh no, that's the
yeah.
jam right now, dude.
It
The
is
ska
crazy
board
up here.
stuff. Oh,
Yes, it's crazy up here too, bro. It's wild.
Yeah, there's a lot of ska bands in like rural areas too. Like, backwoods, like Alabama or whatever, and Mississippi.
wow.
Not knocking any of that. I mean, we interviewed Flying Raccoon Suit from Mississippi the other day.
Oh,
They said there's nobody around them.
Mhm.
There's no one. They have to go to the next state to play with the band.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's almost like that down here in San Diego because I think there's only Jesus Christ. We can. I don't think there's. Is there another ska? Well, we have 3, I think.
Yeah.
And some of them don't play that much. It's weird. So we always end up playing with either, if we do all ages shows, it'll be like either like a hardcore band or like punk bands, and then when we do the 21 and up, it's like reggae bands and
Wow.
bands. I don't know.
And
Yeah,
all ages, it's all ages. It's either with Bucko 9 or Amalgamated.
Oh yeah, we're playing with those guys. Yeah. But that's that's a 21 and up show.
Oh, is it really?
Oh yeah.
Well, you can play as G Spot then.
There you go. The alias, the 21 up alias.
Now, for each of you, what were the first bands that you heard about when you first got into the ska genre?
Oh my God. All right, Mike, answer that question.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think when I first came in, I remember listening to a lot of gangbusters and God, I can't remember who the other name. I think I don't know if Unsteady was around back then or not.
Mhm.
I might have listened to some stuff of theirs at that time, and oh gosh, yeah, there was just so many bands floating around.
Mhm.
But I remember when I first started the band, I had never played ska music before. I was familiar with it, but had never played it. And they sent me home with all these cassettes of like gangbusters to listen to and a few other bands here and there. And so yeah, that was pretty cool.
Cool.
For me, being a horn player, I mean, I was always enamored by like the old school, dance hall, like Scatolites and all the old school legendary stuff. I used to listen to the stuff nonstop and reggae and all that. But like hearing bands like Turkey Mallet, and like
Yeah.
dance hall crashers, and like all these old classic, like of course the specials and all that stuff, right? But like some of that, like the 80s, 90s ska stuff was so impactful to me. It's like this is so hard and edgy, but like cool and groove at the same time. It's so different because growing up hearing Madness, that was cool, but it's kind of commercialized. But then you see a lot of bands just taking that and really going deeper with it. It's really kind of cool. So hearing bands like Hot Stove Jimmy back in the day, I thought those guys were great, man. They played a lot of cool stuff, hard, fast, and then like multimeter. It was really interesting stuff.
And they had a huge horn section too.
Yeah, they had a massive
They had
horn
like
section.
5 or 6 horns at
Yeah,
least.
they were massive. They were really cool too. So like, and then of course we see all the guys doing like all the jazz stuff like Voodoo Daddy, Big
Yeah.
Voodoo Daddy, that kind of stuff. All the kind of like, yeah, all that stuff kind of like branched off from like from dance hall. So
Look out for the interview with Hot Stove Jimmy. We got them coming up later. I think next month.
Yeah, I
So
believe so.
in July you'll see the interview with them. Anybody else?
Yeah, so I mean, I like I said, ska wasn't my thing. In the beginning. So I mean, it was just the kind of generic stuff, Madness, the specials. Those are things you heard, but it was always fun, upbeat music. I love UB40, but they're more like reggae. My influences were more, say rockabilly. Had to listen to country all the time as a kid growing up on a farm. That's all we could listen to on the field. And Motown. My brothers were into Motown. So I love me some Motown. So, I mean, I brought a little something different.
Nice.
I do gotta give John props, man, because whenever we had like a breakdown of a song, your bassline grooves were so like wild, like okay, bro, like it was very different than like the typical ska breakdown stuff that John was bringing to the table. So I gotta give John props for that. It was always fun when John broke down a breakdown. Like, okay, this is cool. Okay, it was really nice. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I like writing with you, bro. I like writing with the band. It was a great time. It was like I was in my 20s. Like I'm still like trying to figure out what the hell was how to write. And you guys give me that space to do that. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely like Up Ivy, Skanky Pickle.
Yep.
Yeah, and like Gangbusters, we'd see them a lot back. They were like I think they were breaking up. It was like in that 89, 90, they're kind of like about to fall apart. And then then I met John Roy, from Unsteady. They're like our sister band down here in San Diego. God, yeah, like more of the faster stuff I was like totally into. And it was cool, like even playing with like Meal Ticket from LA. They're really, I thought they were really good, like Meal Ticket and geez, what other bands. Yeah. And you know what? I was floored when I first saw Real Big Fish play. it was yeah, back in the 90s. Oh wow, it was just amazing. So
They
yeah, I was
opened
more into like
the
that fast, plus all the other stuff, you know.
Real Big Fish opened the Psycho Luna release party.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it was like Paul said, it was a great time for music back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
It was just awesome. So what
I
about you?
agree.
What about you, Matt? What's up with your bands?
Oh,
He's more alternative rock, this guy.
you know, I will admit that I don't think I even knew what ska music was until we were hanging out, and then like doing all the shows and like, oh, hey, these are cool bands. All right, but it was for me, it was more like all the bands were like really nice to each other as opposed to, I don't know, alternative bands. They didn't really seem like they were nice to each other. So it was kind of a
I
nice
don't know,
change.
man. We got some questionable voicemails on our pager from other bands.
Really?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Us?
That was something. I
Us?
think that was kind of, I guess,
Oh
different.
yeah, we got some hate. We got some haters on our voicemail, man. It was
Oh my
funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. What would they say?
Back then they were like that. Yeah, on our voicemail, like, what the fuck? What are you doing?
Who do you guys?
It's pretty
Who do you
funny.
guys fucking think you are? I'm like,
What do you think?
G
Yeah,
spot.
yeah. You know what? It all changed. Oh, you know, okay. It's funny. So we're like, from 93 all the way to like 97. It was like, everyone was like cool with us and everything. And then they started playing us on the local radio. And then everyone just started hating on us. It was crazy. Did you
Why'd
guys
the
notice
switch
that
up?
or no?
Yes, I did notice that a little bit. I know that we had a lot of fans calling our
Oh,
local radio station, and they were telling us like, "Hey, if someone else calls this damn radio station again, I'm gonna drop this state band and da 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 da." Like, how's it our fault? These people are calling to hear our song. It's like, but they were so fed up with the request, like just constantly calling for our song. But hey, that's can't do about that. So then that kind of filtered into like other groups and other bands and this. Yeah, I got a little bit of that.
yeah.
But I was
You
gonna
got
say, with our
I was
band,
sheltered.
beginning, it was all just about friends hanging out, making music. I mean, we just wanted to play some house parties to start off with, and and it just, one house party turned to another, turned to other better things, and it was more like just a hangout thing. It wasn't like anybody was like, oh, we're gonna try to do something. We just wanted to drink beer and play music, and and then it kind of caught on, and I say we got right in the zone at the right time, and we got some pretty good shows out of it. But I think even to this day, it's like we just try to hang out, and it's not like some bands, it's people, it gets too serious. It's not fun anymore. We just try to keep it fun.
Mhm. So, how would you describe the evolution of your sound from your early G Spot days to your so what you're creating now with Beta 7?
Oh, you know what? We never really, well, from my standpoint, we never really fit in with, like, even in the 90s. Like, if you listen to our stuff, it wasn't really the same as everyone else's. It was kind of different. And I think it's because everyone was from different, you know, they we wrote all together, and it wasn't like, okay, we're just gonna do this upbeats, and then that's it. And then it wasn't really super structured. Everyone put in their 2 cents, like Jackson on the bass and Barnes and guitar, and if Paul on the the horns, and Emil, and it was just and like Matt now with guitar. But it was like we always I don't know, we always sound a little bit different. But you know what, yeah, I don't know if that hurt us or helped us, but I don't know.
It's a, but
I like our music.
it's us. It was us, and that
It
was
was us.
it. It was us.
So
It was us. I'm not worried about what other bands are doing. We
Yep.
just did us.
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think there's so many hands in those songs that they sound different because of that, because it's a different group of people writing all the time.
I think that I
Mhm.
think collaboration brings out the best in a lot of people. When it's so isolated, it kind of feels manufactured, kind of feels artificial. So
Mhm.
whenever we had a jam session, someone would like just hey, I got a cool bass line group, da da da. Da. Then Barnes would like play something on top of it, and then our drummer would delay it something, and then I come up with some type of whatever horn line for that time being. Then all that whatever we did for a day or two would more, you know, melt into something. Oh, okay, this is something that's actually John can write to, and then we just go from there. You know, say, oh, cool, there's a song John can write to. Okay, cool. Can you guys record that again? So you can play it again so I can record it. Then we relayed down. So it was total like 2 track, 4 track back in like it was truly primal. But John had
Mhm.
to write. So John had to have a song to write to. He just go, okay, write 16 bars. Like, what? Oh, there's no music here. So we had like it was literally a collaborative effort. We all had our hands in the pot. And I thought that brought out the best in all of us, and also gave space for those individuals who may not have been comfortable doing that initially. Like you just play along and jam out together and put your 2 cents in and feel what feels right. And then just kind of cool. Rocket Man showed up. Oh, cool. Sakaluna showed up. Oh, Devil Staircase showed up. You know, it's all this kind of weird stuff. You know, I mean, just like Jackson had that boom, boom, but that bass line turned into like all the weird stuff into Devil Staircase. He just had that one opening bass line, 3 notes, boom, or 4 notes, boom, boom, but and that was like, okay, here we go down the path of writing Double Staircase. Here's an 8 minute song. So,
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
So it comes in all shapes and sizes. You know, sometimes it was a chord progression, sometimes it was a horn line, sometimes it was Jackson doing whatever. But once we all jammed out together, the magic happens
Just
somehow, some way.
yeah.
Jackson does whatever.
You just gotta let the chemistry happen, and just try to describe a story, and then everyone's got their own vision, and then and that's the best collaboration right there. Is then everyone gets to put in their own stank on it, and if everyone likes each other, chemistry is going to be good, and it might turn out to be something completely different than what you'd envisioned, but then that's the beauty of it. That's the magic. That's the magic that can happen.
Mhm.
Now, I had the opportunity to book G Spot back in the mid '90s. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. We're going to look at
Oh,
some flyers from back in the day.
oh wow.
You guys see some of these?
Yeah.
So
Wow.
this was one of the first ones here.
Meal
This is
ticket.
Azuka here. Of course, you guys didn't even have a logo back then, so I had to type you up on a typewriter. So my buddy Luis from Steady Beat and I put on this show when you guys played. I think you guys played on the main stage, right? The big ballroom. Do you guys remember this?
No, there's so many shows.
Was that 4-story building?
Looks like a good show though.
No, this was the one where you walked up the
I'd go to
staircase
that.
and to the left was a huge ballroom and you go through a corridor and the other right is a smaller ballroom to play. No. I know
Yeah,
Assorted Jelly Beans opened on the small stage, and I think Janitors opened on the big stage, if I
I
remember correctly.
I know the bands. I don't know the show.
This is another one I had at a local spot called Dizzy Debbie's that used to be called shit, I forgot what they were called before. But you guys played here with Out of Order, One Eye Open, Cousin Oliver, Grover's Headache.
That's awesome.
Sounds
I
familiar.
remember One Eye
That's
Open.
awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Got this one, Gargantuan
God.
Thrill Machine,
Oh
Lone
yeah.
Raspberry, Safe Ferris, and then
Oh, okay.
This
yeah,
Lone Raspberry.
yeah, I just remember.
Hey, we played with
uh,
Less Than Jake. I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
no, I'm sorry, this was a different show. It was just I had the flyer for two different shows.
Ah,
We did
This
play with
was
this Jake,
more
though.
back in the day. You guys played with the Aquabats, Real Big Fish, Suicide Machines, and Skeletones.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
That was a
Soma.
great show. That was a great show.
Here's some of your upcoming shows that we got here. Actually, you just played here. I'm sorry, this is 2019. I don't know how fucking
What
thinking,
year
dude.
is this?
This is 2019. Some of the shows that you guys played, and
Well, that's old, man.
here I'm thinking it's this year for some reason. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking.
That's awesome.
Here's you guys. You guys played it with the Till Two Club, I guess. There with, and you guys played with Stop the Presses, who are from New York. We actually booked them. I'm sorry, we actually interviewed them a few months back. Here's a newest one of the upcoming shows
Oh yeah, I
here.
remember. Yeah, I remember those.
It's gonna be you guys play with the Amalgamated and your buddies in Bucko 9. I don't know how you guys get these great deals. A T-shirt, ticket, for $20? You guys selling your souls or something?
Pretty much.
Pretty
yeah,
much.
we're selling our soul.
And you
We
guys
did
have
that
this
years
one.
ago.
Money off of this.
Is this from the past here, or is this coming up?
That
Yeah,
was,
that was
yeah, it's from the
2020 or
past.
something.
But yeah, I remember that show at the Casbah. That was fun. Yeah, they were great. Yeah, the Mephistopheles. Wow.
Did they play Bumblebee Tuna?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's so crazy. It's like 35-year-old, 40-year-old song still going wild.
You guys are playing on rooftops nowadays. Looks like.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, Disneyland, right? That's like by
Yeah, right across the street
Yeah, that
from
was at
Disneyland.
That's where it is.
That's pretty
Then
cool.
you guys are playing with some other bands here. Doesn't look like they're ska bands.
yeah.
Where is
It's
this?
a
A
it's at
tattoo
a
place?
tattoo shop. That's gonna interesting.
Are you gonna get tattooed while you sing, or anybody gonna play and get like inked up? That's kind of cool.
I'm gonna get Paul's face on my
Oh.
my arm.
Oh, don't do
That's
that.
funny that you said that because I saw a band at the Whiskey like in the late '90s called the Jenna Torturers, and they actually pierced people's privates on stage.
Oh
Wow.
no.
Why do we play with those guys?
Oh
Yeah.
God.
You guys played with the Jenna Torturers?
We should have G-Spot, Janitor. It sells itself. What the hell are we doing?
We played with some band that like was carrying weights and they were swinging weights around on their stuff. You guys remember that? We played with so many different acts, different genres.
No.
There was a
Couple months
Canadian.
ago, you guys played with the Voodoo, Mustard Plug, Half Past Two. This one was, I guess, what, from last year, maybe? Was it? With John Roy?
That might have been last year, and then
I
the
think
Voodoo
that- yeah,
Glow
that was
Skulls one
last
was
year.
like
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
just this year.
That was a year ago.
Yeah, with John Roy in his dub mix. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I saw him do that at the Windmill. Is that what it's called? The Windmill
What is
it's
it?
North San
Oh.
Diego somewhere. It's like a food court place or
by the
something.
flower fields.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, by the puppy fields. Yeah. John did that, and they played with the Lexicons and what's his name that came by? Mr. Kingpin from Texas. They came by. So I guess that was kind of a question. So it goes to Jose. I'm not sure.
So the song "Shoot to Kill," bro, this song gets me so pumped up. I've been listening to it when I'm playing like Marvel Rivals, and I feel like like I'm like invincible, bro. But what inspired that song?
God.
John bailed.
John's coming.
Oh,
He's
John's
right.
out of here.
He's right.
there.
Good
Oh,
timing. dude.
internet so trashy.
John, did you hear my question? I was asking about the "Shoot to Kill" song.
No.
What inspired that song?
Oh yeah. Oh, that was our. Oh yeah, that was on our like cassette tape when we put it out. Shoot to Kill. Yeah, yeah. That's.
Is that your James
Are
Bond?
you there? I don't know
James
if I'm
Bond?
like losing you guys or not.
We can hear you, but you're breaking up though. We can hear you.
Yeah, my internet's trash here.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
John,
I
what
think
was
my kids
what was the theme? What was your theme when you wrote that the lyrics for Shoot to Kill? What were you thinking?
Oh, no, just thinking James Bond, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I think that was one of those songs that just kind of came out of just thin air, just where we were just all kind of jamming and
Mhm.
just kind of came together just like that. One of those songs that was just written as we played it, basically.
And there for a while there we were practicing because we weren't paying for practice rooms. So we would practice twice a week, sometimes and for 3 hours, 3.5 hours. And it was more like just a hangout session. So there was no stress, no pressure, just play cover, play. And so I think, yeah, that's where, that one came out of that. Just whatever you're feeling at the moment, what's ever coming to you. And that turned out to be one a lot of people really like.
Yeah, I love it, man. Like I said, it gets me motivated when I'm gaming. So I got to put it in the background, when I'm trying to clutch. Clutch up.
Final circle. Push play, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You want to go ahead, Daryl?
So I know you guys have two Facebook pages. You've got the G Spot Facebook page and the Beta 7. On the G Spot one, you guys have archives, like some videos of you guys when you were really young
Oh.
and all of that stuff. It's very rare that we get to see things from back in the past, especially in the 90s, because a lot of people didn't record things back then. But it's pretty fun to see you guys doing all that, especially some of the things that may be off color or a little different than would fly now.
Yeah. Yeah, different. That's a good way to put it.
Oh yeah, we have good videos.
We have blackmail videos.
Oh
We
man,
have actually. Oh gosh.
We were just having fun, and like I said, there was no censor on things. That was part of the fun of all being together, because we'd all try to just outdo each other with stupidness or say stupid things. I say back then, there was nothing was off color, nothing was off base. We could say it, or just we would push each other's buttons, as far as we could, but it was all in good humor.
Yeah.
And that made it fun,
Yeah, we literally like just like try to out edge each other, like who can be more nasty, who can be more raunchy, who could be more whatever. And
I think you won that competition.
I was
most of the time.
I was a pretty big influence in that. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty big in that category. Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. It was
I'm
like
still thinking
it was like
about the olive incident.
oh god, no, bro. No, it was like it was a band full of guys in their 20s, just hanging out, like being guys, playing music, traveling, just doing what guys do, messing around, screwing around, just roaming party, but not being totally irresponsible, obviously, because we still have careers and families and stuff. Some of us, but like we definitely had a good time pushing those buttons. We're in our 20s trying to discover who we were, what our sound was going to be like, and figure it all out. And it ended up being like, some of the best times because the music and the traveling just made us all be closer. Sometimes we'd be like at a show, like on a Monday or Tuesday. Hey, after we're done, even got a room we could living room we could sleep in. And some would be like, yeah, you sleep at our house. Okay, so we sleep at someone's house on a Tuesday night, wake up on the van on a Wednesday morning, go get breakfast, and next day it was literally like a roaming party on a bus on a van. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
I know
Awesome.
there's a lot of van trips where we wrote really dirty lyrics to existing songs, and I think Paul was the leader of that competition as well.
I am not that creative.
Oh my God. No doubts. Don't
You didn't
speak.
have
Come on.
No, we don't got to bring that up. I'm an educator now. We don't got to bring that up. Oh God, I remember that. That was crazy long time ago. Wow.
This isn't really a question, but some of you guys have kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys realize that a lot of the words that we use or terminologies back then mean something different now? Like Paul mentioned edging or edge. And
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about it. My son had to explain that to me. And then I was driving my car, I don't know how many months ago, and there was someone too close where I was going to drive by, and I said, "Oh, I'm going to smash that person. Be careful." Smash means something different now too.
Yes.
It's just so weird. I just can't keep up with this stuff.
Yeah. So being a teacher, a high school teacher, I said the word bop the other day, and back in our day, bop meant a hit song. Like, oh, that's
Yeah.
a song's a bop. That's not what bop means anymore. Bop means someone who's very loose with their sexuality, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, that song's a bop. And one person's like, excuse me, Mr. Rin. I'm like, that song's a bop. And they look at me, I was crazy. I'm like, what are you looking at me like that? You know what you're even saying? I'm like, yeah, I'm saying that song's a hit. You're saying that song's a hoe. I'm like, what? And I was like, what do you mean? How can you take bop and turn it into a hoe? And bop
Yeah.
means like that song's a bop, that song's a banger, it's a hit. No, banger's a song now. Now bop means something like I had no idea. And I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learn something every day at school. I swear.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Man,
No
who would have
cap.
thought, man, who would have thought I'd be a teacher, right? That's crazy.
So let's talk about another song, Mach 5. It looks like it's about the car that show Speed Racer. Can you
Behind
tell us
you?
about that song? Huh?
Behind you?
Yeah, this one right here.
Is John back?
Can you still hear me, guys?
Yeah, I can hear you. We can
Yeah,
hear you, we
no
just can't
picture
see you.
though. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh shit. All right,
Oh,
there I am.
it's dark.
There you are.
Oh God, dude, I'm like worst time here. um, It's kind of lame, but it's about the speed race. About it.
It's not lame, bro. I love that show.
I
Yeah.
mean, the meaning, I kind of take the childhood thing because I would watch Mach 5, Speed Racer in the morning when I was a kid. So it's kind of stick with that, and we still play it. It's fun.
Yeah. It's nice.
No, John's cool because when John does his lyrics, he uses imagery as a vessel to like put words on paper. It's super smart. Rocket Man was the same way. It was really great, man. John's good like that. I appreciate that when he writes, when he reads his lyrics. You can use his
You
imagery to
know,
help him.
Rocket Man was about having to like basically take care of the band like every time, dude. It was like crazy. Imagine having to herd like 8 guys onto a goddamn stage. Usually our drummers and our trumpet player would, TJ and Jeff would be, I don't know where the hell they would be. They'd be like off somewhere smoking weed or I don't know. I mean, remember that one time they got busted up in Petaluma?
Yes. Oh my God. I remember that. That was fucking
That
crazy.
was freaking embarrassing.
That was so
My,
bad.
my mom was at that show.
I forgot she was there, bro.
Where the cop
My
pulled
mom
his
and
gun
my
on me.
aunt. And
Oh, I forgot, bro.
I was like, oh my God. Thank God they left and then they got busted.
What happened? How'd they get busted? With what?
They're smoking the van. And then Matt over here didn't tell them that the cops are coming, and then they busted him.
Because
I'm
the
joking. I'm not blaming.
the cop came over to me and drew his gun on me. And I was like,
Are
I
you
was
serious?
Yeah. I
And he was
was
like,
like,
"Where's the pipe? Where's the pipe? Where's the pipe?"
I don't even know
Yeah.
what he said to me, but I was like, I was out for the count, dude. Like that guy drew his gun on me and I was done. And
Hey,
then like he
better-
walked away. I'm like, whatever.
Better you than me and Dickerson, bro. That's all I'm saying. Hell no, with all of that, bro. Dickerson would have got shot.
Yeah. There was a riot.
Yeah,
Would have been a riot girl.
it
What?
would have been a riot.
Right.
That's so crazy, bro. I cannot believe I totally forgot about that whole story.
Petaluma.
Petaluma was that there were people. Remember that it was like a theater and there were like skateboard ramps on the stage where a skateboarder while we were playing. Remember that's sick. That was
It
so
was
much
the-
fun.
It was the Phoenix Theater.
Yeah,
where,
yeah. The Phoenix Theater in Petaluma, legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy.
That's so fun. Wow.
Oh, remember the radio? What was that? What was the radio station up there? Was it in San Francisco? Remember we interviewed?
Yeah, what was
Kate?
it? Power, not power. I don't remember, but yeah, I remember. I don't remember the station. I remember the interview, but I don't remember the station.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, I mean, we better not tell this story. It's kind of messed up, dude.
I don't know if you want to say. Yeah,
Things are so
that was
fast.
that was one that was. Thank gosh it was not recorded. Holy, that was like, why are we talking about that? I don't know. Here we go. I don't know. Here we go.
Okay. So we're driving up there, and we're like, oh, we hit up this college radio station first, and they're like, all right, we got to go into the city and then go to this radio station. And we're driving, we're listening to this the lady that's going to interview us. Like, oh my God, she sounds like ultra sexy. Oh my God, I can't wait to meet her and blah blah blah. And everyone's like, yeah, we're gonna hook up. Oh, it's crazy. And then we get there, and it was just totally different. It was just we walked into the studio room, when jaw dropped.
Just leave it totally
Like,
different.
oh, hi.
Oh, just leave it at that.
Nice to meet you. It was crazy. So I got a face for radio.
So you
Yeah,
guys still play like most
radio,
of the
that's
songs
all I
that you
gotta
had.
say.
So you guys still played most of the songs that you guys had when during G Spot then.
A lot of them.
Yes,
Yeah.
a lot
Okay.
of them. Not all of them.
Cool.
There's some that
Cool.
we strategically don't play. That we just, if somebody votes that they just don't like that song, we usually just don't play that one anymore.
You guys don't play poo poo doo doo no more?
Oh,
Oh my
that is
God,
a
we
source of
played it.
contention, sir.
Played that song. Oh my God, my favorite
Poo-poo.
song.
Poo poo doo doo. It writes itself, bro. What you mean?
It's the diarrhea song.
Yeah, it literally runs. Diarrhea is hereditary. It literally runs in your genes, bro. It's like the organic, like it's a thing.
They're the
You
best.
want
That's my
tacos, man.
favorite song.
It's a relatable song. That's a
Now,
good-
for you guys, I'm not sure if you guys are all
Oh my
keeping up
God,
on the
dude.
current ska trend. Who are your favorite current ska bands playing now?
Oh,
I
you know
don't
what?
listen to that.
I love Big D and the kids, man. Oh man, they're really good. I just dig on those guys.
Bueller?
Anybody else? No one?
Bueller?
Oh, anyone else? Emil?
I don't listen to ska.
Oh my God. Oh,
Get enough of that shit with us.
Yeah. Fuck those guys. Tell them, you know.
No, but I listen to like world ska, you know, like uh all those ska orchestras from like Japan or Uzbekistan or wherever.
Yep.
Like who's that? Pannonia?
Pannonia All
Oh,
Stars.
yep.
Yeah.
Like Lollipop Lori's good. Northeast Ska Jazz Orchestra out of Russia.
Yeah,
Local Western.
if they have as many words in their name as they have people in their band, they're probably pretty good.
Well, you got to check out Western Standard Time from
Absolutely. Yeah.
Then there's Eastern Standard Time also. There's so many.
Is there really Eastern Standard Time too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're on the East Coast.
And
Bro,
Hammond York.
they're by the equator, bro. You know, Eastern Standard Time.
I love Hammond York.
Anyone else?
Nah, John, they covered it, but mine. That's kind of what I'm listening to right now. So yeah.
So, and actually, when John first asked me to the band into G Spot, I was on a date at Soma, the Soma when it was on, was it Union?
Ice plant.
And we were in line for the Boss Tones Skank and Pickle show. And John came walking by and said, "Hey, you took piano lessons, right? You want to play keyboard in my ska band?" And that was it. But before that, I didn't listen to ska. And like even now, I don't know who the ska bands are unless they're like within our orbit.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Caller?
Madness is still touring, by the way. I just saw those guys. They're on tour right now, so they're still around. But that to me is very impressive to be that old and still touring.
That's madness.
Yeah, it is madness.
Yeah.
Oh, Jose was just saw him a couple days ago.
Oh, did you really?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, Vegas.
How they? Yeah, exactly. How they sound?
They sound all right, but like the first song, One Step Beyond, they played it so slow. I want to go in there and skank, but it was like
Yeah.
Fingers just flowing down. Bursitis.
Yeah, it was so cool.
How's the voice? He still sings pretty good?
Yeah,
Still got the voice?
Still got the voice. Yeah,
good.
Sounds good.
He sounds old. They're all old.
Yeah.
I saw them last year and they were really slow. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what was the recording process like from the earliest music versus the recent work with Beta 7?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt.
Me? Well, the more recent work is us getting together in a garage and just recording it.
Okay.
That's
That's
pretty
how
much the gist of it.
and yeah, for a little while we got to record at better studios for a little while, and then now it's money's tight, and it's we'd like to record some new stuff that we're on, but it's you try to get paid for shows, and it's a tough market out there to fund projects like that. It's not as easy as it was in the past, and it seems like a lot of places don't want to scratch out any dough, for your effort. But
Mm.
no, we still want to do it. You know, we still want to do some recording, and I think if we do, I'd like to just pay the money and you know, get it recorded somewhere well. But we'll see. It depends on everybody because it's a full, you know, collaboration of everyone, and everyone would need to pitch in and you know, have the same, I guess, you know, same desire to want to, you know, produce something. So that's kind of where we're at with it now.
Yeah, John's the treasurer of the band, as you can tell.
He's team mom.
Pay for practice, the practice room, you know. But it's tough, you know. We're always looking for a good paying gig, and
Team.
we need to start doing house parties again.
Oh my god. No, but you know what? Like now and then back in the 90s, the equipment is so much better right now. So recording in a garage with the right equipment, you can do it. It can be done. But back then, dude, we're like taping. We're doing it on 2-inch tape or 4-inch tape.
2-inch.
And that was expensive, man. So
but
now it's all digital, so it's you don't need that.
I loved it. I love playing on 4-inch tape. It was like a live recording. You couldn't edit it. It was a one-shot thing. It was all those. So like the horn parts had to be dialed in first shot into like it. I loved it because it showed us like that we could actually play our instruments. Where a lot of bands nowadays they get fixed in editing, post production, all that stuff. And nowadays, even my kids go, "Oh, Mr. Randy, if we record something, you can just fix it later, right?" I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that. My standard is not that. We play all the damn notes the right way, and that's it. No post production, nothing. It's you as it is, Memorex for life. And so that's my standard when I teach my classes because that's how I grew up. And I don't do post production. G-Spot did when in Immune Records, it was all live studio mixing, 4-inch tape. Everything was live. No, if it didn't get, redo it again. So we had to play well because Jeff was putting the bill. So we had to play well. We couldn't just record like one song a day. We were doing like 3, 4 songs at a time, laying them down tracks. So it was a lot of that process was a lot of fun. Recording on tape is to me so like organic. You can't replicate tape to digital. It's just something about it for me. It's like the physical aspect of it. I'm a big vinyl record guy. I'm a big analog guy. I'm a big proponent of that kind of sound. Guitars sound different digitally than analog. They just do. So
We were fortunate enough a few years back to have we had a drummer who was from Louisiana. He's a Zydeco player, so I'm like, hey, that's a good mix. It's something different to pull in, and he had his own little recording studio, so we got to go and record, there for a little while, and those came out pretty well. Yeah, we'd like to get some more stuff recorded for sure.
Nice.
Now tell us
So there
about.
needs.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go. You're good.
Now tell us about Ska Punk Live. Whose baby is that?
Aquila, are you with us?
It's mine.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you do.
Oh, okay. So, during the pandemic, I was like losing it because I couldn't do anything. So I'm like, I saw the ska documentary that came out like I guess it was like 2019, I think, or 2020. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. There's no real San Diego bands except for Bucko 9 that was on that documentary. So I'm like, there was a ton of bands in San Diego. So I'm like, okay, I got camera equipment. Okay, let's go track all these people down and interview them. And that's what I did. I have like hours and hours of footage. And you know what? The only thing I'm waiting on, I have to have my wife interview me and then start putting it together. But I don't know. It's like on hold for a second, but I'm trying to get to it. I'm probably going to try and get to it this year. But I think I got a hold of basically all the ska bands that were in San Diego at that time, but between like 93 and 98. And, but yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting. We had to do all the interviews outside. And, it was like during the height of the COVID, there was no like anything going, no vaccine or anything on the horizon. Right. So, it kind of killed the time, and it was good to talk to all these old bands, and
So this is called San Diego.
That's Ska Punk Live.
It's called San Diego Ska in the 90s. Is that correct? Your document?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So we could
Yeah,
expect
and
that.
I actually interviewed.
No, I was just gonna no, go ahead. I was just asking when we could expect it, hopefully.
God, you know what? Since you're pushing me, and I know a lot of people are mad at me because I haven't worked on it lately. So I'm probably gonna get to it. Uh, I will get to it this year, and so yeah, so everything's ready. It's all prepped up. I just have to. I gotta do like kind of an exit, interview, and then I can start putting the stuff together. But I was gonna try and get maybe John Roy to narrate it. I'm not sure. I gotta figure out who would do the narration for it. But
I'll do it.
Get
it's there. I
get
have
Dave
like
Hilliard to
hard
do it.
drives full of interviews.
I'll do it. What's up, motherfuckers? What's happening? I got it, bro.
Remember
I got it.
me? I'm gonna sing you
Hello,
this No
remember.
Doubt song that I used to sing to the boys in the band.
Again, no more No Doubt covers. No more remixes. We're not doing this. Gosh damn it. We all make mistakes.
So, are there any standout tracks or albums from your history that you feel best represents your journey as a musician?
Ooh.
I know Jose asked the in-depth questions.
That's
Mine are on
really
the surface
deep for
level.
me.
I mean, I'm super proud of the music I contributed to the group. I know I didn't write any of the first material from the yellow album, but when we did Psycho Luna, I did have some influence in terms of the lines we wrote together. So that was a big part for me. I would say like some of my favorite lines, like I said, was 3,000 Miles Away and Rocket Man. Those two songs for some reason really kicked off. That trombone solo just literally came out of nowhere, one time shot. And I tried to redo it. These guys didn't let me. I did redo it. It wasn't good the second time. That's why, like, for those who are listening, if you're making a record, always record your takes. Even if it's the first demo, you never know if that's going to be gold or the magic. You just don't know. Record everything.
Yeah, you know what? Psycho Luna, and especially Rocket Man, when I think when we got a rough mix of it for the first time, we were listening to it and we're like, holy crap, this shit's actually really fucking good. Oh my God, this is going to get on the radio. Actually, it was between 3,000 Miles and Rocket Man. And Rocket Man got on the radio and we're like, oh man, it was bone chilling when we first heard like the first mix of it. We're like, oh my God, this is insane. So, but yeah, definitely Psycho Luna for me, like that album was like, yeah.
I thought that album was called Volume 1.
Oh, the Yellow album?
The Yellow album.
That's yeah. Why was it called Volume 1?
No. You keep referring to an album called Psycho Luna.
That's the second album.
Yeah, that's the second album we did for Immune. So that was our first one we put out, the Yellow album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never knew there was a second album.
Oh yeah.
It was called Psycho Luna. It was off of Immune. So there's these it's like a black cover sort of with yeah. You know what? I don't have a picture of it right now, but that was the one that Immune recorded for us.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah, that was I think we recorded that ourselves, the yellow one. That was
Yeah, I think that was done in your guys' apartment, wasn't it?
That was like,
Oh no.
That's when John was wearing monkey boots.
No,
oh
didn't you
God, I
guys?
wish I had those still. Those are
Didn't you
expensive
guys?
now.
I thought you guys recorded that in Grossmont College,
Yeah.
right?
No, by Grossmont College. This is
Yeah, by Grossmont. Yep.
Oh, so this guy who was recording this, he had a studio, but he was like smoking. He was like a chimney smoking
Is that it?
around his equipment.
That's the
It was
one.
crazy.
Yes.
You're not supposed to be smoking around your recording equipment.
Yeah.
And everything was recorded live too, like we were just playing in a room.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think you guys told me like the horn section had like one mic. They all like stood around in a circle and played in it. It was kind of wild, very primitive, old school stuff, man.
Wow.
Just making it. I wasn't a part of that process, but I totally appreciate the process for sure.
Yeah.
So that one was a little bit of an upgrade from recording in a freaking, in a bathroom or, in a garage with the tape. So that was like our first recording, but I think we scrounged up $500 to go to recording studio. And it wasn't a very good recording studio, but it was better than what we had before. And we had an album. And
it was pretty.
Yeah,
the quality of that Yellow Album versus Cycle Luna, it's like night and day. Actually, it's just we had to get something out.
Of course.
So, but the volume one, the way it sounded kind of was like the generation of the mid '90s sound. Like no one really had anything. It sounded kind of grungy. It sounded like 4-track. Because it was, but that's fine because that's what it was in the mid early '90s. Is all the bands kind of had that kind of underground sound to it. Like it wasn't like a mainstream like, oh cool, you're produced. Sakaluna, that bitch was produced. Like Jeff,
that was produced.
That bitch was like, and I remember we took a road trip to go watch it get mastered. That was amazing because I'd never seen that before. Like the phasing, I was like a boy in like a cancer. Like, oh, I can see the monitor phasing. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Oh, I hear the sound. I was blown away because I was already in college doing music and all that. So I was just like, I was just floored by the process. But that was great. But that sucker was massively produced.
Yeah.
That one was recorded on the same equipment that I think Nirvana had recorded.
In Euro.
Yeah,
in Euro.
And then it went on to Hollywood, that same track recorder. And I'm trying to think of what name of the producer ended up having it. But I think there was quite a few other big albums that went off, recorded off that same track. Track machine. It was there's a story behind that machine, man. It had a lot of good music recorded on it.
We were kind of lucky. We had those instances with that recording session. Then we played the Whiskey a Go Go. I remember John Jackson sitting down backstage, like, dude, Jim Morrison was right here. Like we would always just totally get off on those kind of those sentimental moments of like music history kind of stuff. Like this thing with this. That's crazy. We're playing with Whiskey a Go Go. Jim Morrison's right here, bro. It was like all these like connections to all this history. Like John appreciated, and I appreciated it too. So I was like, this is really fun stuff. This is kind of cool. We're doing this stuff. Like we're living like a kind of a dream in IRL.
And we had our 3 minutes of fame, basically.
Hey, 2 minutes. I'll take it, man. It was
2 minutes and maybe a minute and a half, but it was great.
Yeah, I mean, Switchfoot was opening for us back in the day, which is so fucking crazy to say now. It's like Switchfoot open for you guys. Yeah, they were like 15 surfer kids, like because they were
Barefoot Bar and Grill.
Yeah, they were like 15, play at a bar. Your mom would take them home, and it's like, okay, G-Spot, you're up. Okay. Here we go. They were open for it. It was wild times. It really was.
Wow. Yes.
Switchfoot. That's
crazy.
I mean,
even going back a little bit further than that, I remember early '90s, some little kids playing. We were playing with at this coffee house, and they were called Slightly Stupid. Now, now look at them. So,
that was their first show.
That's crazy.
In a little coffee shop.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think that was the night we played with Blink 182 back then too. I think that was the same night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember John was telling me that, yeah, we're trading shows with No Doubt. Like what?
Well, before they added the 182.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, we played with
they were just regular Blink. Yeah.
Before they got sued.
Mm-hmm. Oops. Yeah, we're old guys. Holy crap. That's really sad.
Can you describe one of your most memorable live performance as G-Spot?
Weezer. We played with Weezer on a New Year's Eve show.
I don't think so, dude. But
at a sports arena, and after the show, we got to go sit back behind the bus, and the lead singer of Weezer played for like 2 hours. We sat around in a circle. There's probably about 30 of us that were allowed to go, just to hang out because we're like the green room crowd, us and our girlfriends and stuff at the time. And he played for 2 hours, and just the most humblest dude, just jamming. That was like probably the most memorable show for me.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I think the most memorable show we had was, to me, was we played at the Showcase Theater. And I think we opened up we played right before the Skeletones. And dude, I think we were just starting. Emil, you were in the band back then. And do you remember that show? And
I remember
we
that
finished
show.
our set and they wanted an encore. It was crazy. It was like, oh my God, that's crazy. We don't have anything else to play. I think we did like
You
too
play
much
Rudy?
pressure or something. I don't know, but it was that. I think that show, and I don't know if it was the same show, but it just started like raining on us because like at the Showcase, all the humidity like went up into the rafters, which was metal, and it just starts coming down, and yeah, that was I think that was one of the like coolest shows. Like, holy shit, man, they want an encore? That's weird. And we're like, what do we play? And then the sound guys let us do it. We're like, oh my God, what the hell did we play? We had no idea. But yeah.
That's awesome, bro.
I remember a few of those moments where like we played that show, Soma packed out, and it would be raining. I'm like, it's raining. What the hell is that? And you look up at the rafters and all the sweat from everybody breathing and the heat from everybody packed in there. It was coming in and created its own,
Fucking gross.
Yeah.
It's a living system.
It's kind of gross.
Like bald nut, chin sweat, just all cool.
Oh, God.
Don't claim.
God. COVID nightmare, bro.
Yeah, but
I think that might have been how COVID started. So.
Yeah, the New Year's Eve show was cool. Super Bowl show was cool. Some of the shows are cool. I mean, playing with Real Big Fish and all that kind of stuff. That was also a lot of fun. Man, there's a bunch of shows that are just like, but I also remember some shows are like, okay, cool. There's like 7 people here. That's kind of cool. But then again, we're like, hey, we're gonna play. It's gonna be like a rehearsal. So we just can't play. And those 7 kids, like, we played somewhere in Central California on a Wednesday or Thursday, and there was like 8, 10 people there, and one of those 10 people let us sleep at their house.
Yeah.
So I can't say it was so bad that we slept on like a living room floor or something shit like that. I don't remember what it was. Do you remember that? You guys remember that show? Like in the middle of nowhere.
Well,
we
out of nowhere, we played out in Yuma. Remember we played out in Yuma and it was packed, and then we sold every bit of our merchandise. It was crazy. We sold everything.
Everything.
Wow.
And we had another show after that. We're like, oh shit, we're out of merch. Oh fuck.
Yeah,
it was awesome. But yeah, we're like rock stars. Oh my god, some band from San Diego, Jesus. Oh my god, they're so cool. We got condoms and like bought all the little Scotch shirts and all the other stuff. It was awesome.
That's awesome, man.
Who would have thought Yuma would be like our like Mecca?
Now, what are each of your pet peeves and or addictions?
like when we were in the band or like right now?
Right now.
Anything.
Oh.
Anything. Then or now.
I'll volunteer. I have an addiction to buying guitars. I've tried to curb that really, really bad. I had to make deals with myself, and it's so go. I'm all, you know what? I'm gonna just buy black guitars. That's it. If I find one, that's what it's gonna be. So
yeah, I just started.
Most of them are all
for that.
black guitars now, but I'm like, oh my god, I need to stop buying guitars. I don't have any room for any more.
That's awesome. I'm a pretty big vinyl record collector. I have about 800, 900 pieces of vinyl right now. It's like covered my whole entire office on my wall. So, like I said, big analog guy. I love vinyl records. As a matter of fact, I think I sent a text message to somebody or a message, whatever, that I was going to take our Psycho Luna record CD and get it burnt onto a record just because I wanted my record on vinyl. I want that so bad. I want my record on vinyl. So, I think I'm gonna put that order if you guys want to jump in. It's like $70 a piece or whatever.
I'll take one.
Yeah, well, I'll put it on. I'll reach out to you guys.
Then you got to pay royalties to the forests.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, I think we own it now, don't we?
Do we
I
really?
think it was like only for like 10 years or something.
There was something like that, but also they shut down shop. They shut down shop too, so it's like
I know. I think it reverted back to us all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I know there's a time limit on there, so
yeah, as there should be.
Yeah, now we can sell it. Now it's gonna be a gold album. Let's go.
So how would you compare today's ska scene to the era when G Spot was starting out? What's improved or gotten harder?
Ooh, geez, I don't even know if there is a really well, especially in San Diego. The only people really know about ska are like the people as old as us, like in their 40s and 50s, you know. And we did we do play like some all ages shows, and they dig it. The kids dig it, you know, and but I don't know. It just doesn't catch on. It's weird because back in the 90s, Jesus Christ, man. I think just in San Diego, it was like, yeah, at least 600 strong. Like they would always come out to shows and they're like really just maniacs about it. But now, yeah, it's like maybe 40s, 50s, you know, those are the people that will come to shows or ska fans, I guess, who know about the genre. But yeah, that's what I say. What do you guys see in LA? Is it about the same or
Well,
actually
for
the
me,
ska core seems different? Yeah, but
yeah,
like ska core, yeah, that's totally different. And that kind of goes like here. There's a ska core band called Mad Cow Disease that we play with every once in a while, but they're kind of locked in with the hardcore scene. It kind of mixes well, you know, ska core and hardcore. So they definitely have a scene down here, but it's more. I know there's a big scene up in LA.
yeah, it's crazy up in
Yeah,
here.
but down here, and not so much. Not so much.
So
Okay.
I've noticed that like a lot of the bands we play with them, a lot of them are really good, you know. And so there's a lot of the, you know, we play the like all ages shows. Some of the bands are really, really talented, and it's I think a lot of the kids now, rather than just getting in a garage and just hashing it out, learning your instrument, a lot of them, you know, like are more, you know, classically trained or school of rock or something, because yeah, there's some of them that are real young and you just see, you know, there's a lot, you know, they've got a lot of it kind of together a little bit sooner. That's one thing I've noticed, you know, with a lot of the bands we play.
Yeah, the places I used to go see shows in the early '90s in San Diego was Belly Up Tavern, was it? Belly Up,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the World Beat Center with Makeda.
Oh yeah.
Oh, World Beat Center. Yeah, that was
those
our
are the only
jam.
places. Yeah, really.
Hey,
But that was like 91, 92 ish, 90, yeah, around there. I don't know if Soma was big then if it was around back then.
91. You know, I don't think
maybe.
they were around.
It was the one down on Union Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it was
yeah. No,
downtown.
they were around 91. Oh, yeah. They're like 80s, 80, shit, man, 86 or something.
Yep.
But they're like more of a dance club. And then they started integrating like live shows.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but World Beat Center, that was the one. That was the all ages one, and then the Belly Up was the 21 and over, I think.
Right, right.
We
Yeah,
had
because
great
I saw Pickle play at the Belly Up, and fuck, I don't remember who else besides Unsteady has seen them at the World Beat Center. But a lot of reggae bands, of course, there.
we had a lot of great shows at the World Beat Center.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sublime.
I
yeah.
think that's where we played with Sublime. Yeah.
Yeah, Sublime. That's right, Sublime. Yeah.
Nice.
Who did the 91 Next reggae show? What's her name?
Oh,
Dread.
Makeda Dread.
Makeda Dread. Yeah, Makeda Dread was all into like into the band, and John was like call every day, every 2 weeks, calling him like, "Hey, John, what's up?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to play a free show for us? Come on.
Come on down, bring your gear. Free show
Yeah,
Sunday.
she
Come
was
on.
cool though, man. I remember one show she let me and John Roy run the whole damn fucking World Beat Center. She just left.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what show it was, but we were both doing the show, and then she just left. And she's like, "All right, I'll be back. Just tell me how it went." I'm like, "Okay." So,
90s was so wild, bro.
yeah,
There's a
that
couple
was-
like that. I was selling tickets at the front door for one of those.
Oh, really? Maybe that was the one.
Maybe.
Oh, G-Spot's here. You guys got it. You're locking
Oh,
it down.
yeah, those are my
Right.
boys. Yeah.
Yeah, those are my boys, my
Yeah,
G-Spot
they're
boys.
gonna like take care of everything for us.
Yeah, she's like
Dude,
my
we
G-Spot boys.
We were the band that she would leave like red stripes. She had this big bucket of red stripes in the back all the time, and
Nice.
then when they would have us play, all that shit was gone. So that So no other bands got it. Like we got to it, it was freaking gone. Everything was gone, and she never did it again. I think she did it a couple times, and when we played, it was just, or
We
maybe just when we played, she would have put the beer out.
we moved the bucket by the couch or whatever backstage and like sit around it and like just
Yeah. Oh my god.
that was so fun.
But cool, brothers.
So, is there any something funny or surprising that people don't know about you guys?
About the band?
The
Where
band,
do we
yeah, that's
start?
band.
No.
Oh God. Something we don't know. Something they don't know. We're pretty open. We're pretty open about everything. I don't think there's nothing that we don't really like. If somebody asks us something, we're like, blah. We don't really hold back. It's not like any like
Yeah.
band secrets or anything like that. I'm trying to think if there's
Now,
any kind of secrets. No, I mean, there's the Olive thing and there's
now
the
there's a
Vegas
secret.
thing, but that's all tape too. So like, if you really want to see it, like, I don't know why you want to see me without my shirt on, but that's fine.
No, yeah, we're pretty open. I think, yeah, we could. Yeah, I don't think. Is there anything, Jackson? Is there anything you're hiding?
Yeah, what? Wait, tell me
What
your
are you hiding,
skeletons, bro.
Jackson?
What you got skeletons in your closet, bro? Tell us.
Pull a skeleton out. Pull a bone out.
Nah,
Nah, yeah, got none.
It's all back
Oh.
on the farm.
I have one. Atlantic Records wanted to talk to us about a record deal, but they wanted to like fire some of the people in the band. And I'm like,
Oh, what?
okay, well, here's John Arquilla's number. You can give him a call. I know that I don't know if they ever
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I don't know if they ever called John or not to discuss it, but like he's the one in charge of the band. I'm just like the liaison, kind of like putting like the fan email list and doing the tours and like, but like I'm not the one to talk to about like who's in the band, who's getting fired and all that shit. That's call this guy. I know. So I don't know if they called him or not. I don't know. But they were like, yeah, we're going to, but you can, we're interested because like the Rocket Man took off, College Radio took off. We're on like the top 100 or whatever. So anytime you pick the one top 100, oh, new band, new meat. Let's see what's up. So they kind of reached out to us and they were like, yeah, but we want to change some things in your band. We'll work with your sound. I'm like, talk to John. I don't know what's going on here with all this.
They would have definitely
wow.
made you change the name.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
they want.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they want to do all kinds of stuff. But I wasn't. But like, back in those days, it was like in the 90s, kind of like it is like not now. Like now in the 90s, if you were like a college football player, unless you didn't meet all the measurements, you weren't going to get the scholarship. Nowadays, if you could play ball, you could play ball. In the 90s, they always wanted to like pigeonhole the ska bands to look like a certain whatever. And we did not look like any of those bands. We look like like everybody, like the
We
world.
were quite multicultural
Yeah.
when
So
it came to like our looks. Come on.
yeah. I mean, we there's a black guy, there's a Mexican guy, there's a Filipino, and then Michael Barnes. I mean, it's like we're like everywhere. We're like everywhere. So it's like I think I'm not sure what they wanted to change. They said they want to change our sound or do some personal whatever. I'm like, okay, you need to talk to this guy because I don't know what you're talking about. I want anything to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Okay.
they probably talked to Immune or something
Yeah, they probably
about
called
that
Jeff.
stuff.
Yeah, they probably called
Yeah.
because I don't want nothing to do with that. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not the manager of the band. I want none of that shit. But like, here's these numbers. I gave him Jeff's, I gave him John's, and you call whatever. I don't know.
I just plus we didn't like I don't know I don't Mike played a Fender, but our drum set was covered in like curtains because it was like from the 60s the drum set, and I had like the cheapest PV gear that I could that's all I could afford as a starving student. And so I mean we weren't selling any kind of brand stuff, so we their gear sometimes and all these kids, would come in and their $2,000 guitars and amps and that their parents bought them and stuff. And man, we'd come up and we would just, it's not the gear, it's the energy. It's the, it's bad. So we'd kill it. Sometimes we'd smash, but we never had, well, at least I never did have, fancy gear and like stuff was, yeah, we look like a freaking bunch of vagrants.
Actually, we did. That was the funniest thing. Is like we'd roll into a show and like you said, our drummer put like drapes on his freaking. He like worked it into his drum set, and then Jackson just had like a combo amp. Our guitarist and Matt had a combo amp, and it was just like going. We're putting our gear up. You put it in order for the bands, and you see all these kids with like Trace Elliott, big monster amps and stuff, and they're like looking down at us like, oh, they're gonna suck balls, man. Look at they got crappy equipment, and then we go on, and then they're like, oh shit. It's like
We shit all over
we
those
make do
guys.
with the least amount of
Yeah.
equipment.
Yeah, we're talking like Vox amps, Marshall double stacks. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. And then we
Yeah,
do,
you're like,
and then we shit all over those guys, and like the crowd be all hyped up and be like, next group they come in like playing like not so much energetic music, and be like, oh, we're gonna go outside. It's hot.
yeah, but yeah, I don't know. So every time we would play, it was kind of like to me, it was like kind of like a gang fight. It's like, okay, we're gonna take these fuckers out, man.
Yeah, no, we
Nice.
really did. We're gonna fucking play our asses off, and we're gonna fuck everybody up in the air, and that's really what we
That's
did.
awesome.
We're gonna go there and just fucking do a big unzip. Here it is, and
Pull out our
bang.
knives.
Yeah, or a knife or whatever. Yeah, but if that's what we're doing, we're just gonna play our asses off, or you're gonna have a good time. If not, we're still gonna play our asses off. You're gonna like us anyway. That's just tough shit if you don't like. We're gonna play in your face. We're an aggressive ska band, but we weren't like the Less Than Jake kind of like ska punk band. We had our own sound, but we were still aggressive in our own way. If that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta say we definitely, like I said before, we definitely had a different sound, and we still do. I think it's like I don't really know who sounds like us, which is great. So it's
But I'll
weird.
say one thing that is surprising is that right after the pandemic, we did a stint as like the SeaWorld
Oh shit!
punk band for a little bit, and that would have not happened if we were still called G Spot.
Oh wait,
Oh my god! So check this
you guys
out.
play
So
at Shamu?
we're
What do you guys
playing
do?
they had a Halloween thing at their first Halloween thing, and then we were playing like at a night we play like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. So we're like a lounge band. So we're playing, and it was funny because the I guess the vice president of SeaWorld, was watching us like, and then afterwards, like, come on guys, let's go on a ride. So we like go to like the popular roller coaster ride, the Manta, and there's all these people waiting. Like, here, just come out through the back way. We got all this VIP stuff. It was hilarious. But yeah, that was unusual playing at SeaWorld. It was especially with our music.
Okay, I have to ask, did you guys have like SeaWorld t-shirts and name tags, or like what was the what was the thing like
No,
please tell me coconut bras and skirts and all that. Please tell me.
only John had the coconut bra. That was it.
Love that.
So I got one final question, guys. Now picture the Scott History Hour viewers discovering Beta 7 for the first time. Which track should they queue up and why?
Wow.
Hard question, huh?
I would say of the newer stuff, probably like Madalena or JBJ. I'm kind of partial to those two.
Okay.
And then like you said, like of the older stuff, more like the Rocket Man, Shoot to Kill, stuff like that.
I don't know. You know what? One that resonates with me. I like it because it's just I like the story. Is 3,000 miles away. Because it's a love story that translates through the music and the song, and that one just is a real. I mean, not the other ones aren't, but that one is a connection. Most people could resonate with, and so I like that one.
Cool.
I chose a
Anybody
few.
else?
Sorry.
I mean, I'm partial to 3,000 miles on Rocket Man because of the reasons I stated earlier. But yeah, those are my two. But like I said, I'm not part of Beta 7, so like the Beta 7 music is cool, but like I'm not really connected with that kind of because I didn't write it. But
You could be.
It could be.
I'm always down to collaborate, man. I'm always down to write.
Yeah,
Man.
well, we will. Let's collaborate, man.
I'm
Definitely.
down. I'm down to write. I'm always down to write. You know that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ah,
I still write. I still do.
Now
Well,
is the time of the show where, for those of us who actually have t-shirts, sorry, Michael, we like to show our t-shirts, what we're wearing.
Oh,
Just go ahead.
I'll go first. So I'm wearing a this is a Sublime. I mean, Sublime shirt, old school. It's kind of faded, but like I always wear like some type of musical shirt when I work because I teach music, so I'm always like rocking like hip hop, rock, ska,
Yeah.
whatever. But today's a Sublime shirt, so
Right on.
Cool.
I gotta.
Oh yeah, look at Super Beta Man.
You know,
Change your strings, you cheap bastard. That's good.
Change your string, you cheap
around
bastard.
the house where. So it's yeah, just some strings.
That's cool.
But-
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, San Diego,
Comic-Con. Oh, look at this
San Diego
guy.
Comic-Con.
All right.
Okay, Michael Barnes, take your shirt off.
Yeah.
Oh, what's underneath?
Yeah,
It's a coconut bra.
It's my
What about
finally.
Matt, you got a t-shirt? Is it just plain?
Mine is just plain, yes.
Jose, what do you got?
I got Major League Skankers.
Cool.
Oh,
Yep.
we know those guys.
Yeah.
Do you know this guy right here?
Billy
Nice.
Joel. Look at
Billy
that guy.
Joel. Is that the
Wow.
real Billy
Oh,
Joel?
yeah.
Billy
Wow.
Joel.
piano.
Never met him personally.
No, I love Billy Joel, man.
He's married a lot of pretty looking women, dude.
Oh, Dave Christie Brinkley, he bagged back in the day.
Bro, unreal.
I know there
Unbelievable.
was talk of doing a Billy Joel cover and the Rick Springfield Jesse's Girl cover.
Oh yeah.
Didn't we do Jesse's Girl once? Or did we do Jesse's Girl?
I don't think
Oh, we did. I know we did.
No,
I know
you're
we did.
thinking
We did
about-
Jewel. We did Jewel.
Yeah, the Jewel cover.
The Jewel cover.
Yeah, so we covered a Jewel song. I don't know. Remember
Which one?
You're Meant for Me?
Oh yeah. Oh God.
We
It's funny. We still
cranked
play
it up.
We'll play it, and they don't know it's a cover song.
Oh really?
Yeah, they think it's an original. It's crazy. We actually met Steve Poltz at a show, and he loved the cover. He's like, "Oh my God, that's like the best rendition of this song ever."
He said that people would like play it on his voicemail. So he would like get home and had to play his voicemail messages. It was on tape. And it'd be like, hey, they're playing this on the radio. Hey, this is your song. Hey, this is your song. Like all these voicemails.
Oh yeah, that song got on the radio too. Our Jewel cover. Yeah.
Oh God.
One of the DJs asked us to do it, and so we did it. And he said he'd play it if we did it. So
Was it Holloman? What was his name? Hollerman?
it got like
Not-
16
Halloran.
and
There you
7
go.
spins or something like that, a week or a day. I forgot what it was, but it was playing like twice a day for a little while.
We cranked up the tempo and played loud and fast like we always do. It was fun.
Cool.
Now it's louder and faster. It's only got louder and faster.
As it should.
And
Now
harder.
let us know, where can we find your music, both physical and digital?
I think we're just digital right now. It's just on Spotify. Yeah, under Beta 7. And I think there's a G Spot one too, and they had some G Spot songs
Mhm.
on Spotify.
Got it.
Really?
Now, what does the future hold for Beta 7? Any new material coming out?
You know what? We just wrote our first song in like 20 years.
Took us 4 years to write
It took
it.
us 20 years. It did take a while to write it. I don't know why. Because we kept on like losing members and gaining members, and it kind of just went by the wayside because we had to train the other members how to play the songs. And then, yeah, it took a while.
Now it's full speed ahead. That's my mission, is to get some more stuff kicked out.
Yeah, we probably got about 8 in the wings, ready to, maybe more than that. Ready.
So we'll be calling you, Paul.
I'm here, bro. Let's do it.
That's awesome. Now, is there any last words that you guys have for your fans out there and our viewers?
Ooh.
Hey, we love you. Thanks for your support, and hopefully we'll see you out, some of the next shows. If you do go and talk to us, we don't bite. We'd love to talk to you.
Hard.
I do. If you have a breakfast burrito in your hand, I will bite. But definitely come talk to us. Yeah, if you guys remember us, that's awesome. And yeah, definitely say hi to us. We like to talk.
You might want to reconsider accepting gifts of food.
Why? Food's good.
You don't know where it was made. You can't always eat at everybody's house.
He's not wrong, but I get it.
All right. You win.
You don't know what they're sneaking in there.
All right. So,
You might be their sweet chocolate fantasy.
So with that, we wanted to thank you all for taking the time to speak with us about the bands, G Spot and Beta 7. Can't wait to see what you guys got coming up. So here's some new material after you guys collaborate back with Paul then again. That's pretty much it. Hold on real quick. We're going to talk to you guys after, okay?
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you.
Go listen to Scott.
Hello, Skankers. Jose here, aka Skanking Force. Would you like to win a free Ska Box? It's as easy as following Ska Box Rocks and Sniff Dog Records on Instagram and Facebook. And subscribe to Ska History Hour on YouTube and comment Ska Box Rocks in any video to enter. Good luck!